Welcome back. We're this is some more Minecraft, obviously. Um, so I've kind of done a lot. First of all, I actually kind of fixed up my roof up here, made it look a lot better. Uh, there's that. We'll get to that in a second. That's a whole new building that I ended up making. I moved the tree, obviously, because it used to grow right there, but can't do that there. Made a little chicken farm, a lava chicken. Um, that's that's the big thing, really. I I guess I did do a little bit of work down here, not a ton. I mostly just filled it all with lava. So this is basically ready to go. And the plan this episode is to go ahead and take go ahead and fill all of that out, or at least like a decent amount out with some of those crafting stations and such that we had discussed previously. Okay. This building. This is my new storage. Also, there's this, which I just made, and I'll show you that before I show you the item sorter. So, you'll notice, well, there's also that, a, a fair amount of stuff, specifically up here, has been moved around. Like, I've got some kind of overflow blocks, some empty storage, like all my enchanted stuff, random extra gear, more overflow, and just like some kind of redstone stuff, because there can get to be a lot of it also. Go sleep while we're up here. Yeah. So, I trimmed my armor, and so I also did the chest plate, chest split, whatever. I don't know if gold trim makes piglins non-hostile, but that'd be great if so. I don't think so. Uh, but this is bolt, and then it's literally just uh, three risers, because that's what I find looks good. And then we have this. So this is related to those over there. Also notice the signs are gone. That's because they have migrated. So this is my to-do board. And part of the to-do board, I have all of these banner designs set up and ready to go. So this is just what I currently have on the Elytra. And then there's these two, which I'm not sure of. And they're slightly different, obviously. That's a black one, that's a gray one. You can see at the top. But I'm not sure that I want to maybe use either of them over just this. So I really like how this looks, but at the same time, the kind of gradient does also look good. So, I don't know. I'm gonna put, oh boy, that was close enough. I'm gonna put that one to y'all in the comments if you think any of these like which one of these are best looking, 1, 2, or 3. At present, I think it's 1, but 2, I think is in fact my number 2 choice there. And then 3 is not great, honestly. It's a little too faded out, it looks like. Like, yeah, this one's also faded, but you can still tell it's there easier than that one. But either way, the updated one will go on the Elytra. Ah, now this beast. This has been kind of a nightmare to try and get working properly, but also find a design that is silent. Because holy crap, just spamming dropper noises or minecart noises are insufferable. So this is what I found, and it's a little wonky, and part of that might be my fault, but I'll go ahead and kind of show you how it works. So this is my input chest. This is my output chest. This, whatever I want to throw in the system, will go in. That's where it'll go in, and it'll slowly go up and go through here, right? I mean, most of y'all have seen a chest organizer before. However, I'm basically just using it for bulk storage for most of these. Yeah, these last two are undecided, but they might get filled with something later. Anyways, anything I throw in the sorter that doesn't actually sort out into any of these chests will make its way into here. Obviously this will funnel this down into here. Now, occasionally, blocks and like items will just get stuck in these droppers. And it does that on like all of them. Oh shit. And you can see there where like it starts clicking the droppers. So whenever that happens, a lot of times we'll have to come down here. Oh, okay, this dropper's got a bunch of stuff in it that's not like moving properly. Turn this on to subtractor, so it'll start firing and power these droppers so that the droppers can do their thing, right? Ideally, it stays like this, but these buttons are all on here so I can like manually go and reset, because for whatever, like I'm no redstone wizard. I like to mess with redstone. I think it's enjoyable, but I have not learned nearly enough about redstone to be able to like know all the inner workings for how this stuff works. And so these bulbs will sometimes get turned on and stay on for whatever reason, even like after being turned off of subtractor mode. And so you'll have to come down and press these. So it's been a bit of a mess trying to make sure this thing works and keep it working. I think it tends to struggle if there's a bunch of different items that I threw if I throw in there to sort at once, because especially if it'll like start overloading these droppers and stuff. So a bunch of items and or a bunch of different kinds of items. Not 100% sure either way, but I'm just gonna have to try and play around that for the most part. And it seems like if I throw, say, like, just a stack of cobble or so, it'll go through. and it'll be fine. But sometimes it's wonky. I the I guess the main downside, other than that and it being a little funky because of that, is that items will get stuck in some of these droppers, or not droppers, hoppers and stuff. And so you kind of will sometimes end up with a little bit of extra items just stuck in these droppers and whatnot. But I mean, I don't have any valuables in here. It's basically all blocks, so whatever. This down here, I just have kind of gated off for the moment. But this might be if I end up deciding I need more storage, so that goes down. Eventually, I want to replace all of this with deep slate, or at least wood, so that so that we don't have the ugly dirt, but whatever. And then this is just kind of like a small extra little crawl, oh shit, like little crawl space kind of deal. And I'm glad I remembered this little trick, because it gives you space to walk through, and I don't have to dig this thing out super far or anything. It still lets me get up. So that's a neat little deal. So this is my storage now. That might change and require several more hours of work to rip it all out, replace it all, and whatnot. But for now, that's gonna be it. I may also do a shulker storage, so that it'll do that. For the most part, I'm just carrying around this stuff, so a bunch of like redstoning stuff, and then more like regular use, I guess, stuff. Ooh, I have a bunch of stuff over here that I would need to put in this order. Okay. Hmm. So we want different like little workstations down here. That's the plan. So we'll have this. An awful lot of random stuff in here that'll need to go in this order too. So definitely a blast furnace of some kind down there, because it's it's a smelter, it's a forge. Why wouldn't there be? Anvils. Let's see what else. A lodestone would look good. So probably that. Maybe some cauldrons of lava. What else? I think that's about it. Interesting. So I do also have plans to eventually go down and do the Grim the Grim raids or whatever, so I can get these, not raids, trial chambers. Because I know I'm missing at least those discs. I haven't gotten the mace. That kind of deal. Oh, smithing table too. Definitely that. Let's go here. Yeah. I have cauldrons somewhere. I think I have them up here. Yes, sir. How do you make lodestones again? Load. Yeah, I thought so. Sure. I mean, I don't really have plans to use it. So we'll bring that. Anything here? Ooh, magma blocks. We could maybe do something with that. Let's bring some of this. Bring this. Bring that. Let's go grab these. So I have one chip, one damaged, one clean. That's a nice little coincidence there. Go grab some wood. Oh, I forgot to mention it earlier, but these are all trap chests out here, so that it'll lock the hopper and prevent items from going through and spoiling whatever you're doing potentially. Just filling up a chest that you don't really want filled. Do that. Do some of these. Let's go get some cobble. Right. Granted, even more of that cobble is going to make its way over there. Make some furnaces. Ooh, some iron bars. We have chain. Chains, yes. Perfect. Sure, we'll bring that too, actually. Grab this. Maybe some netherrack? Or bone on fire if need be. Let's see, anything I'm forgetting? Maybe more grindstones. Ooh, I thought I had. It's no big deal. Just do that. Bam. Oh, more wood. Let's just grab like a stack. Sure. We'll make grindstone. Make grindstone. Anything else? I don't think so. I think that was it. Ooh, I do have my, I'm blanking hard. I have my lanterns in there that I made. It's not craftable. Otherwise, that might have been an okay building block. Yeah, I've got basically everything else. Yeah, okay. Let's head over. Ooh, where's my buckets? Let's grab lava. Okay, so we'll do. Just use this as temp storage. So let's do this. I'm gonna need some deep slate. I stored all of it away. I should get some duration 1 rockets instead of just duration 3. So I can have little short ones to fly around base and stuff rather than the duration 3s for travel. Take these. I'll take a little bit more. Also, I didn't bring it up, but I did connect up all the buildings together so that they all have a path to each other. Let's see. I want to do something. Ooh, I do it on that block. There we go. Something like this. Let's go ahead and plop these down. Not sure what for yet. We'll figure that out. Ooh, I might end up needing to put more lava around for what I'm thinking here. Let's do some of no, iron bars definitely. And then how does this look? needs to be taller. That. This. We'll do, say, that. I'm not sure. Maybe we do this instead. And do a small slab here. We'll do handle. Maybe not. We'll do tray this. I think we back this out actually. One more. Maybe set this into the ground. At which point I think I put that there. Yeah, sure. I like that. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going with this bit though. Do a little bit of this maybe. Be hopper. Maybe a second chain. No. I do like the hanging furnace over the lava. I think we'll continue with that. This, and that. And then we'll go ahead and make that all symmetrical. Let's go with this. Here, that works. So do this. Do this. That. Not there. And down. And bam. And we'll do, let's say, another smithing table here. I don't like how close it is though. So let's say we move it in the block. Maybe one more. Block. Do this. Maybe a small lava fall nearby. Not sure yet. I think over here we'll do grindstone stuff. Oh, shit. Okay, well, that's at least one bucket. Fill that back in. So, we'll do, what is that, third? Yeah, right there. Bam, bam. Make some iron trapdoors again for our little tables. Like here. Unless I maybe do this and that. So I kind of like that. I'm not sure if I want to do maybe this instead. No, definitely not that. We'll take, yeah, we'll do this. Actually, maybe slabs? No. Definitely keep that open. So then we'll do our little here. Oops. Bam, bam, bam. And let's go furnaces on this side. Maybe this one we go like this. center. That, this, stairs, or maybe slabs. There it is. Say it's what, the fifth block. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a pleasing amount of synergy, which I appreciate. It's not a ton, but it's enough that makes things nice. And then I think we need some cauldrons. Ooh, actually, if these are gonna be like quenching cauldrons, probably want to keep that over here. And we'll go. One. Grab some water real fast. Wait, does this work properly? Yes. And I put away my key. Wrong. There we go. Unless maybe I put them. Not sure yet. Because they shouldn't be near the lava. That would make sense. Okay. And we'll put this anvil here. Help round that one out. Yeah. I think we actually go and get some quartz. Replace these all with quartz. Let's see, what else do I have? Let's go, let's put lodestone in the center. Yeah. We can do maybe a block of iron. Oops. There we go. Not sure how I want to do this. Because I want maybe like just this hanging block of iron around here. No. Too close. And I don't want it directly behind that either. Or next to this. Leave me in a bit of a weird place. So I can see now that those two also need there and there. I think that's everything. But again, we'll see. Who knows? Maybe. Put center block here. Gonna have to use the iron bars to keep it consistent. Bam. Let's grab another copper. Throw it back here. There we go. Nice. Now for a little bit of added not sure how I want to just put it like added not lack of symmetry question mark? No. Again, I don't really know how I want to put it. But we do something like this. Put some netherrack in here. Oh god! Well, I don't have my chest plate to put on to give me the fire res, so we're just gonna have to suck it, unfortunately. Oh wait, does magma burn forever? No. Let's see. I think so. It's looking like it. Let's go with that. Want to do it like this, maybe? Yes, actually. That looks quite good. I'll take the inefficiency. I don't care to walk all the way over there. That looks good. Okay. That looks like it actually provides access to it if we would need it. Say maybe we could do that. There's however. great idea, jumping into the fire, but... Okay, so you're literally never going to see that up there. Perfect. We can... This... This... Yeah, there we go. That helps sell the look. I think we move the iron block over here, though. So that'll go... 2, 3... And... iron block. There we go. Nice. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Anything else? I'm not sure. I think I've got a good thing going here. Ooh, maybe a second one and make that one magma. Yeah, okay. Because then it looks like maybe that one's turned molten and that one hasn't gotten there yet. Maybe pistons. Oh wait, I should have some. Ooh, those are stickies though. I think I can be able to make some quick. Oh, I need dust. I don't remember if it's iron in the center or redstone in the center. I always forget. Okay, it's iron. Ooh, I'm gonna need some levers. Oh wait, with this? No. I'm gonna experiment with like a table. It's like, yeah, we've got these, and that looks okay. But I just like the wood look if we're gonna go with a metal table like that. I like the table, I like that as a table. It does look good to me, but I don't think it should be this here. Let's do this. So we can flip that up for a little more storage or table space, I guess. Actually, what if we do here and here? Jesus Christ. I forgot this was here. Which I suppose was the point, wasn't it? Oh, that's a creeper. Shit. And a skeleton. Treat! Treat! Jesus. Okay. If I can. There we go. The one would go there. Granted, we're going to need to run some redstone around so that it'll work properly. So if we do there, that's where we need it. We'll go just like that. So if we do this jet. Wait. I can make it target block. Hey, and redstone. That's annoying. Need 2 target blocks for what I'm about to do. So, and funny enough, this is, or at least the mechanic of it, I learned recently. Guess I didn't need to bring that many. Or grab that many, but whatever. But target blocks will redirect redstone into them. Whereas just regular blocks, it'll just pass by, of course. Just gonna pick my shovel up. So that'll let it well, okay. That'll let it power that block. Aha! Yes. So put that there. Put this there. And then that should just BAM! Table space. Sick. Maybe 2 more though. Yeah, I think 2 more. We'll go ahead and make those. 2, 2, 2. Doot, doot, doot. Actually, it might be quite fortuitous that I made the second target blocks. So that'll go target block there, target block there, redstone, redstone, piston, piston, piston. Ooh. Awkward. Hmm. How do we solve this? Yeah, I could just use some repeaters and stuff, but yeah, I think that's not the right way to solve this. So if we go, say, do this, and then, bam, okay. That was all the redstone I had. Ooh, okay, I was seeing if I could put it. The answer is no. It's a neat little deal here. Flick up the tables if you need. Down if you don't. Sick. I wish we could leave these like infinitely burning. So they were always lit. That would be cool. Let's go ahead and flip them up. Yeah, that looks sick. I like that. And you've got the two hanging bits. You've got the fire over here. Rhinestones. Hell yes. Let's see. I could also make some lava falls from going down vertically. That would access back there if I did it exactly where the center one is. Let's see. So that would go what? Bam, bam, bam. So it would go right here. Is where that lava fall would go. Right next to this, it's actually not terrible. Could be worse, certainly. Also, pick that back up. Yeah, I think I am gonna have the lava flow go all the way around. So that'll go. Wait, what's going on here? Well, actually, it couldn't before I switched my attention to it then. There. And that leaves my one block gap that I have been maintaining. is that? I don't know. I'm pushing all my blocks down this way so I can actually pick them up. Excellent. And then that one will get removed too, but it's not gonna get touched for now. How much lava do I have? 2 buckets! Woo! Wait, I just have scaffolding. Which one is it? Is it you? Yes, you. Throw some of this different stuff in there. And we'll go this. Ooh, that's gonna look dramatic as hell. And I might be able to just take out all of the lamps except for, like, maybe there and up there. Well, I might leave those two because they're unobtrusive and they look good. Yeah, there's not a good way to route enough lava from the chandelier over here, so I think it's just gonna have to come from the ceiling. There. Wait. Um, a lamp in the wrong place. No, I just broke the wrong block. Yep, right there. Now. And now my block. Okay. I do quite like these little bridges over the lava. They look nice. So then that'll go all the way around back here. Whoa! Did not mean to put you there. Let's go grab more lava. But surely by now, there's more. Yep. 4 buckets worth. I'm so glad I sped that opening sequence up so it opens sooner than it did initially. Okay. Just so we can have some light back here. And we'll build that. That looks sick. I don't know if I'm... So, obviously, I'm using quartz in here. I don't know if I necessarily want to just, like, replace all of this with quartz. And this too, obviously. I think so. Just to, like, help match. Maybe I keep the bridges. But I think this project is basically done now. At least done in its majority. Now that I think about it, I have more ideas. Like, glass along that center line. Just regular black stained glass. And then a lava run going directly down the center. Maybe depositing it right there. I don't know. But yeah. All of these redstone lamps are basically useless now. There's so much lava down here. But it looks fantastic. I need my skeleton. This. Okay. There. Oh god. No! Damn it. That's really irritating. Okay. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. But the build itself is basically done here. And it is so nice having choker boxes now. Maybe, well, okay. So, more future plans here. But I do intend on having an iron farm and varying other things over here. So, I think I maybe have like a visible minecart track that runs over here. And, like a 1 block hole in the wall, probably over here. Because that's most of the redstone stuff's over there. It's like, that, there's all of that nonsense. But this is basically clear. Yeah, right there. So if we do like a 1 block gap, like right there, and do a minecart track, and let the minecart go down the wall, and maybe drop off stuff in a bunch of storage. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I like that idea. So let's do this, so I remember. Yeah. And brought it up like that way. Okay, so this build, the smeltery, is not fully done, but I'd say it's like 90% done. Like it's relatively small tweaks, like the port's there, and then really the last big thing is that minecart track, so it comes down here and deposits stuff. Ooh, and maybe said minecart track, like once it's done depositing, it'll get fired off and it'll return back this way. Granted, That's not good. Okay. Well, now I need to figure that one out. I think that's, yeah, that's the torch tower right there. Yep, okay. And then we'll, not that, please solve this. Well, block, take those out again. And that out while I'm at it. So, how would we route this? So, it would need to go, obviously it can't go there. Actually, we might put it there. For symmetry. We would probably route it like this. Bam. And have to route it over that. Or maybe it routes out upways. Comes out upways some. I swear I've been trying to end the video for like 20 minutes and I keep thinking, but what if thing? And now I know for a fact I'm gonna want to get the, at least like, these railways down so I can remember, oh, okay, this is what I was doing with this. I don't just forget. Also, I realize now, I did not set up any of my minimal soundproofing stuff that I had been doing. Just like that, basically. Cobble, so it's obvious what's going on. Where did my water go? Oh, right. The bucket replace. Do this. This is, yeah, that is dense. That's full of stuff. What about this here? What block is that? This? Ooh. So it'll need, so I'll need to do that. I would need to do this, 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 this. Yeah, I didn't brick my watering. Awesome. And then let me go ahead and replace those. Now that I know this is safe, and do that. Or we do this. So, parts up, parts down, storage here. Once it's done unloading, it'll send the cart across. Let's say right there. Up. Like that. No. Right. Like that. We'll go over here. And then make its way up and out. Okay, that might be a little bit complex. Because we're looking at taking a minecart, taking it here, unloading it. Once, I'm not sure if I want to do a thing of either when the minecart chest itself is unloaded, or maybe once storage down here is unloaded. Maybe both. I'll have to see if I can do both. But if I can, that'd be awesome. So that if it did unload everything, it would be sent on its way. If it didn't, then it would. If it didn't, but the chests were full, it would also be sent on its way over here to a separate storage station with more storage. And if the chest is empty, or if the storage is full, it will get sent on again. Granted, ideally it shouldn't fill up that much storage, but who knows? I'm not really sure how this is going to look. I'm definitely going to be using mostly stairs and slabs here to minimize the footprint, though, because that looks kind of gross. Yeah, gross indeed. And just remember. Yeah, that's going to be complicated, but I think it'll be neat. It'll be worth it. Even if it's not like actually super usable, even just having the carts set up so that they run on a on a basically automatic basis, just for the looks, that would be neat. Definitely would have to route the minecarts kind of around the edge, because I don't want them going through the center and being all loud. Just while I'm already here. But yeah, I keep thinking that's something on fire. Thank you all for being here. This is a bit of a long one, so even more so I appreciate you all being here, just because, like, it can be hard to commit, like, a full near hour and 30 minutes at this point to much of anything, especially with, like, all the myriad other things you could be doing with your time, so Like I said, I appreciate it. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts on the banner stuff, as well as what you think of in here. Uh, Also, if you have any any recommendations on how to maybe have the redstone set up for this roadway system that I've been discussing, or maybe a better storage system than this that's also silent. Is this, like I said, it's kind of, oh god. Oh, Jesus. Aha. How about that? Come on. There we go. Nice. But if y'all have any recommendations on the storage system, that, the banners, please let me know in the comments, because just kind of playing here. I waffle back and forth on what I think is good and or looks good. So some constructive criticism would be appreciated. And yeah, I think I'll end this bit. I think this is my longest video to date. But I think I'll end it here, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.